Now, more headlines for Harry and his new book deal. Royal editor Russell Myers is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what is the latest?
Well, another week, another raft of headlines for Harry. And this time, some really explosive ones over the weekend, because obviously we were speaking last week just about this book, this memoir that he's been secretly working on for up to a year, it would seem. However, some headlines at the weekend that apparently he has signed a mega deal worth up to £29 million for a 4-book deal. And not only that, which may include a wellness book for Meghan, so she's getting in on the act as well. But controversially, one of these books may be required to be written after the Queen's death. So you can imagine what sort of shockwaves this has sent through the palace. Now, just a bit of background to this, because obviously this is very, very controversial.
Harry's denied that.
Well, Harry's lawyers didn't come back to the initial request from the media outlet that did the story, but they eventually did, and then released a statement saying these are false and defamatory allegations. However, a bit of conjecture about whether that was just about the memoirs, about whether he was actually going to release the book after the Queen's death as well. So I think it's still up in the air very much.
Wow.
But, you know, this is absolutely explosive if this does ring to be true.
Well, I mean, it is obviously going to be... I say obviously, will it be causing some quite worried, sleepless nights?
I think that's an understatement, to be honest.
Household?
This is, you know, there are sort of huge, huge fears across the royal household, both inside, outside the palace, but former friends of Harry also. You know, imagine being Harry's friend, confidant throughout his time at Eton or in the army. You kept your mouth shut, you kept that friendship solid, and now suddenly he's signing big money deals on the outside of the royal family, and who knows what he'll be speaking about. He said himself this was going to be sort of the first account from his mouth, the truth of the matter. But, I mean, if there are indeed more than one book deal and it's not necessarily going to be all for charity, then one may wonder what his motivation is for all of this.
Well, yes, and what's expected. You know, when you're being paid £29 million,
absolutely,
the publishers want something back
for
that.
They will want that. You know, it's just like exactly like the Netflix and the Spotify deals. People are going to want their pound of flesh, aren't they? So,
absolutely. Beatrice and Eugenie, though,
yes,
are supportive of him.
Well, they are. I mean, listen, you know, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Harry seems to have had a pretty rough few years. There's all this stuff about the heir and the spare. He was always sort of the outsider, considered to be the joker of the pack. And I think that they have a bit of sympathy with him, because Harry never felt that his voice was heard. He was also sort of joking about, you know, I think we've seen it, haven't we? He was always considered to be the live wire, and now, over the last few years, taking himself a bit too seriously, perhaps, in some quarters?
You know what? Some might say that if he'd felt more listened to behind closed doors, maybe he wouldn't feel the need to then be sort of so explosive.
Well, that's a good argument.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that is the issue, isn't it? And it happens in all families. If you don't feel like you're being listened to, you do find other places, and often that can be sometimes...
Yeah, I think, you know, he felt quite lost, to be honest. He found solace of being in the army, and then that was kind of taken away from him.
Yes,
then he had to find a new role, and then wasn't too content about what that role was going to be.
Then he found Meghan.
And then he found Meghan.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the rest is history.
Well, we'll see what the history makes of it, won't
yeah.
we? We don't think the book's going to come out, do we? Even the first one till about next year.
Well, the issue with that is, as well, it's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee next year, celebrating a record-breaking 70 years on the throne. Big extravaganza celebrations planned all throughout the year, but especially in June, getting an extra bank holiday, lots of things happening throughout the whole country.
Want to put the book out.
Exactly, of course they will. They want maximum exposure, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it for a long, long time to come.
Well, the Queen's on a summer break now, isn't she?
She is indeed, and I think that a place of solace going up to Balmoral for the summer, but also tinged with sadness. This is the first time she will be visiting the Scottish estate without Prince Philip, of course. And, you know, Harry referred to Prince Philip as the master of the barbecue, you know, when he died. And I think that for the whole family, no doubt she'll be visited by a few members of the family over the coming weeks. But it will be quite a sad occasion when they get together and he's no longer there this year.
The Queen has been absolutely remarkable, though, hasn't she? In these last few months, the sort of verve and vigour, and, you know, she's shown true joy around other people, which is, you know, very giving of her, actually.
Well, I think that I like this aspect of, it was discussed about how the Queen and Philip both spoke. Whoever would go first, they would mourn, of course, but get on with the job, get on with life. Life's for living. And I think they both had that central ethos with their relationship. And she does look like she's, you know, we've seen her at the horse racing, we've seen her out and about, probably more so, well, certainly more so than we have in the last couple of years, but more so than in the last few years. And she seems to be having a good time. So, you know, we wish her well and we wish her a nice
There's
summer
some gorgeous
break.
pictures of Diana's niece, aren't there, just before you go, in all the papers?
Lady Kitty Spencer, Princess Diana's niece, no less than 5 wedding dresses, all designed by Italian designers Dolce & Gabbana. She married Michael Lewis, this 62-year-old multi-millionaire whistles fashion mogul, in a 17th century castle in Frascati in Italy. Star-studded guest list, including Pixie Lott, Emma Weymouth, but no Prince William, no Prince Harry. So read into that what you will.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.